Okay, this is feedback for Lincoln 1558. Let's get in. So first things first, you should be resetting in third person. Reason being is that when you're in third person, when you rotate your crosshair 360 degrees, you get to see more of the world. And when you have a spike, you immediately go to first person. So you should be doing that already. Now this map list, I already watched it through, so I'm just gonna say that you're not checking hard enough. You should be checking hard enough. So here I have the seed. We spawned right here, I believe. So if I were presented with the seed, I would do. So I see one spike there. Look cool. I do this. And then when I'm in this chunk, I do this again. And when I'm in this chunk, I do it again. And I notice it's not here, but it's pointing more towards this diagonal. I do it again. And it's not here. So you keep doing it. And I'm pretty sure it's in this chunk. I haven't actually seen where the BT is, but so you should be doing this. So yeah, okay. Like we're too confident in sending this chunk for no reason. Like I won't even say that it points more towards the diagonal because anyone can make that mistake. It clearly points more to the diagonal, but that's fine. The point is that when you're in the chunk that you're mining your BT, you should still be checking because there's a good chance that it's not there, and that's really important. Like if you're just full sending it without checking, huge misplay. You can even do the reverse F5 check, which is sorry, not this. When you're in the chunk, you can do this. Lots of people will. So you're coming, you see here, they'll do this and then they'll mine at the cards. So you can do that too. So that's good. Make the pressure plates set it to craftable items really good. You can even set it at 1 up, that's fine. The thing that you should be worrying about right now is, so this is fine, right? And even the thing about this is that you have an iron axe. So even if you don't get, let's say 7 logs, even if you get supposed 6 logs, I can actually test how many it would bring. But the point of me saying that is that you have an iron axe, so worst case scenario, uh, you just mine. How many does this bring? That's 6, right? But the thing is, there's a tree right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're good. So at this point, you should be mining extra blocks to elevate your TNT. 1 is fine, but we already had 1. So in this case, I would just take the 1, do that, and then while you're done with everything here, while you move towards the ocean, get 3 more, and you're out. You don't really need more than 3 anyway, since you have dirt, and you're not gonna zero cycle, which you should be, but okay, whatever. I'm guessing we're gonna get 9 out of this. 7. That's unlucky. Um, Another tidbit that I can give you is that are we making iron shovel? What are we doing? Right. So if you know that you're gonna craft, do it in order. Don't. So what I would do here is I would craft my shovel first and then do all iron tools. That way you don't have to. Uh, I mean, it's just preference. So that's just something that I do as a preference. That makes it easier in my head. You don't have to do that, but don't craft boots, especially in the overworld. Just don't do it. If you think you need it, it's some kind of stables or whatever, do it while you're at the bastion, but don't do it before because chances are you have something like I don't know, single, triple stables, and you just need to use every gold you have. Especially in RSG, that's important. And I'm pretty sure you're good enough that you don't really need this gold boost. Like, you can make it to the Bastion fine, and then you can start a safer route start. You will not die. So yeah, don't make this here. I don't hate the sorting in the crafting GUI, but you should be trying or forcing yourself rather to try and overlap it with offhand when you're boating. It's another reason why when I say that your tool should be in one line, that's kind of important, but it's if you can figure out how to do that, that's good. But yeah, you shouldn't be doing it over here. You should be doing it while you're boating towards your ravine. And it's after some time it becomes like second nature. You'll get used to it, but it's a bit painful at first. Also, I'm gonna point out another thing that you could be doing here. So all this time you're not in F5. Huge throw. The point of RSG is to know your seed, right? Every moment you're playing the game, you need to know more about your seed. And you need to be in F5 to know more about your seed. Right now, from this angle, your ocean is a nothing burger. There's nothing here that's useful. If this was like the actual ocean, like all of it, I would just reset here. Most runners would. Reason being that there's you just have no info. I mean, from what I see, doesn't I don't see anything. There's no ravine, nothing. You're gonna be boating pointlessly towards one direction, hoping there's a ravine, and that's just not good. You wanna every time you're playing RSG, you wanna at least look out for ravines while you're on the island. And if you don't see a ravine with kelp that's floating above it, you wanna send a ravine. That's bad maybe, but at least you have one set direction to move at. And I know that our average isn't that insane right now, but you just kind of want to learn to do this. It's going to help your RC session a lot better. A lot more, sorry. So we've crafted all of this time, by the way, like your TNT lighting, you picking up all the items. Picking up all the items in F5 is even better because you can actually see where everything is. But yeah, you want to keep doing that. You want to keep looking at the ocean because this is like peak time for you to decide where you're going. At this point, now that I have no info about the seed, I'm gonna be circling the beach because I'm not gonna send it out. I'm not gonna send a random direction. But we have this. Another thing that you can be doing is so you do this, you make this offhand boat. This makes it so that because this is just a free inventory slot that's already gonna go, so you're just gonna do this anyways. So if you craft your doors first, do that, do your boat, and then you can immediately go. It's like one extra free slot you should try and get used to it. Not the tab space, the actual crafting. That's upon you. Or that's up to you. Sorry. We're getting this already. I don't like that we're getting 6 logs. If you're playing RSG, I mean, so when if you didn't elevate your TNT2 up, you'd have 1.5 stack of dirt. And you see how that makes more sense than grabbing extra logs, right? If you have dirt, you want to grab 9 logs and leave. You're not even doing 0. I would suggest even less if you like really cared about it. Although I think out of principle and maybe a hope that you'll learn 0 someday, you should be taking 8 or 9 at the max. So you already got 6 from your first tree, 3 more and you're off to the races. Lots of hotbar management on the island. It's whatever. I hate this. You should be overlapping your gravel going down with the ravine itself. You shouldn't be getting it immediately. I don't, the bitrate's really bad, but I don't see any warm motion, so There's just no reason to get gravel here. Instead, you can overlap going down, because now you're gonna go down, you're gonna go up again, then you're gonna go down for your ravine. Instead of going down once for your gravel, then going down further for your ravine. You're not backtracking as much. Even though this is shallow, I'm just talking out of principle. And also, you can leave one for gravel and then just grind it in your portal. Why are we grabbing a water bucket? I'm assuming we got a ravine, so don't do that. This is just boating. Again, if you knew the direction of this, you could have saved like that weird path that we took to the ravine and instead just gone straight to this. Probably save around 20 seconds. Even more if you didn't take the gravel right there. And I'm being, I guess I'm being a bit harsh, but I'm just literally pointing out everything that I see wrong with this because that's gonna help you. Like, everything that I'm saying is just helping you become faster, even if it's niche. So, you have a dolphin, break boat, use dolphin. I guess we're just not paying attention or something. Boating for so long, it's just unfortunate. I don't hate sending this cave. But again, you can get your water bucket while going down. You can get your gravel while going down to the ravine too. So, yeah. Don't hate that. It's okay. The thing is that if you just like, if your ocean is just bad, you don't see anything, it's probably smart to make the decision early to pivot to lava dowsing. This isn't, well, I guess you're lava dowsing mid ravine, but like, you get the idea. Um, it's just something that you have to figure out when you're trying to regulate your enter times. We lost sprint, but it's fine. You can maintain sprint and wiggle left and right to keep your sprint while you're going. It's a bit hard to get used to, but I'd suggest trying that. Uh, what I would do in this instance, let me go to these cards. Slash TP at a 89, what is it? Negative 323. So we're here, right? Okay. Let's just assume axe, shovel. This is just my inventory. Fifth slot. Boat is in third slot. Yeah, here. Doors. I guess I have like gravel in my fourth slot. This is concrete. Okay, so if I were you, what I would do? This is fine. You get the idea. That's what I would be doing. This is fine, nothing wrong with it. But then you have to open this block. Yeah, so it's okay. That's just what I would be doing. Also, you should be overlapping, draining your water bucket with placing these two. You should drain this first and then place the lava buckets. Sort of like, wait, I need, where's a good lava pool that I can fill this at? Um, well, okay, I need an overworld lava pool to show it properly, but the idea is that you lift this before you place the obsidian in the bottom too. So you're overlapping the water coming down with going back, getting your lava bucket, placing it, etc., etc., etc. I'm not locked in, but I'm trying my best. You can also drain your water bucket. Like you should be your you this bit where you do this and then you add this. This should be at the end. You've lit, then you do this, so that you can drain your portal instead of this, and then you have to wait for it to come down slowly. Again, like this 5 seconds wasted for no reason, right? Why did we throw out a flint and steel? Don't do that. You can use that for fire tech. You can. I'm gonna assume that's a mistake because I'm pretty sure you use fire tech for bridge bastions, but you can throw that out at enter if you want, but don't throw it out before. I'm gonna assume that's a mistake. 359 enter, pause on enter, it's all good. Are we using 10 for E-ring? We are. Good job. 42 entities. Just immediately. It's interesting. I thought it's like more this way, but maybe I didn't see properly. Why are we going? Stop. You're. What? You're moving so fast. I don't know how you see. I'd highly suggest working on an E-ray drop so that you can actually see your number better. Because clearly, so we see like 40 entities right here, 50 entities right here, looking right this way, this way, this way, this way. And this is so, another thing that I immediately notice is that, look at this terrain, right? Nothing. It's completely clean. That means this is bottom terrain. That means there's terrain up. So if I were you, I'd immediately start going up. It looks like it opens up here. Doesn't matter. Too much of a time loss. Just build up here and you'll see open terrain here. And then you go this way. I don't know why we're going the opposite way. But yeah, this is like, there's nothing here. This is clearly all the trees and stuff are upstairs. So immediately you should be going there. But interesting, you should be going here, but we're going here for some reason. There's stairs here. You don't need to build up. Okay. So we were just forcing terrain. Right. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Another thing that I can immediately say is F3C on blind. Or sorry, on enter. The idea is that you have home portal cards. It doesn't come into handy at the moment because I don't think you're forcing home portal at any point, but if you have a close enough bastion and you only have 11 obby, you can hang a pearl to your portal and do your fort. And it's always smart to know the exact codes of where you blinded or where you entered. Sorry. But I'm assuming, so this is like a fast train seed. It's pretty quick. Our enter is really slow, unfortunately, but it's a pretty quick seed. Um, but it's not a fast train. Okay, it's quite far, but really free terrain. This is like, yeah, I'd count this as a fast train just based on like, there's nothing. It's just like completely bare. You see treasure immediately gone for Y67 because that's where the ledge is. And if I were you, I'd be going up here instead of like here, whatever we're doing. I don't know why we're going here. The ledge is over here. Okay, so now we're going here. Okay, that's fine. Again, it's smarter to make a decision that's suboptimal and then stick with it rather than make a suboptimal decision then decide that you're making the optimal decision. Um, Over here it's fine because we didn't actually spend too much time thinking. We just went here and then decided no, we're gonna go here. But it's like general things that you should think about. Whenever I see a treasure, if possible, unless it's like all buried, I'm always beelining it for the ledge. And this terrain is kind of free too. You're at 55, the ledge is at 67. So I'm guessing you can just like block place your way into the thing. Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna build, place one block, jump, place one block, jump, place one block, you're at the ledge. as opposed to doing this. I guess, I mean, you just avoid if you went it through here, but this is fine. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Have I completely gone mad? Am I, what are we doing? Right. I'm so confused. What is this opening? Oh, this is the base. 63. This terrain is so whack. I mean, just build up here instead of going in. I'm so confused. Hold on. Where are we entering? So this is clearly the back side. Oh, this is the back side of the good side, good rampart. Why didn't we just go up here? You have 23 blocks. You have these wood. Why didn't we just... Okay, 1 second. I'm confused. So there's gonna be terrain up here. There we go. But so we went down here, complete flat terrain, all of this nonsense, all this, and it's just here, right? So we're entering here. Is this just backside of bad rampart? It is. Okay. So assuming that we knew that because I didn't. It's a bad bitrate plus skill issue. I'm just entering here. So what we did, I think what the idea was that we went first here. Maybe we realized what this is. So we went here in search of better terrain. But you're anyways gonna have a better time just digging in here and then making your way up. So like this, like this. This is just, I'm just charting it how I would do it. And then it's just here, I'm guessing? Or is it like here? 68. I'm a bit slow. But yeah, if you're presented with the backside of a treasure, it's more often than not smart to just go through it instead of trying to go around it. Because the bastion is so big, it's just a bit annoying. But I don't hate what we're doing here just because we don't have like that much information. It's like this hoglin is completely okay. First of all, I just noticed, what are we doing with the food? 2.5, you eat cod. Just drill that in your head. You don't want to be at 4 hunger entering your bastion ever. Um, the other thing I was gonna say is that this hoglin is completely avoidable. Um, yeah, I just don't see why we. I just don't know why we did this. Because see, you did this. I guess you forced this area, so it's whatever. But I think you could have just dug into the bastion earlier, even if it's just like you're forcing that side. But this is good awareness. We know where we are. Really good, really good. That's better than me most of the time. But like this is so bad. This is treacherous. You you have no saturation. Your hunger bar's low. You're 2 hunger bar away from not having sprint, which I assume you're gonna hit in this. You're gonna get hit in this bastion at least a little bit. So this is just not good. Also, again, why you have boots? You don't. You don't need to craft. I do. I don't have it on this instant, but you don't need to craft armor for this. Like, okay, you have 18 gold in this, right? You're subtracting 5 from it already. You had 22 gold in total. You already used 4 for boots. I'm gonna assume that we forgot that we made boots. That's okay, it happens to everyone. But you're letting go of like a huge percentage of your gold immediately just by making armor. And I know that we're trying to be safe or whatever, but you're doing T-Wags already. Like, you need to get comfortable with not making armor immediately, especially for a route like treasure where ideally you're taking no damage. If you're making something like bridge where you just have infinite gold, yeah, it makes sense to make a helmet, but it doesn't make sense to make a helmet in like housing because you're gonna get triple chest or like one of the chests or treasure where the route takes 5 seconds to get to the funnel, or stables where you just don't have gold. Like this is not good. I'm gonna say lack of awareness, the fact that we already have boots but we made helmets. This is extremely bad because none of these pigs are gonna be aggroed. You're gonna have 4 pigs at up top. The reason that we don't make a helmet is because all of these pigs need to be aggroed as you go up here. So they come here. Already, if you're not hitting the pig, you're getting level 1 aggro, line of sight aggro, which means when you're up top, if there's straggling pigs here, you're gone. They're gone. They're just not coming up. But by doing this, none of these pigs are coming up because they all have line of sight aggro on you, and you've distracted them with gold. By the time all of them are done dealing with that gold, you're just gonna be out of line of sight. Again, you're making that staircase that just enables the pigs to come up too. Don't. uh, If your route is getting you at half a heart from full bloody saturation, like we have an issue. This is an error you told me, but you should just not be in this. Okay, I'm just gonna boot up my CQ instance. Oh, sorry, my ranked instance. Bear with me for a second. I'm just gonna go over the bastion because this is not good. You shouldn't be making this. We are here, okay? You did this. You're gonna craft all your gold because you're gonna do T-Vax. That's fine. If you're doing a route, just do it according to the book. Don't invent your own thing. Go up here. You don't even need to do 3. You can just do this if you don't want to, and then go up like this, break this block. Do this. Don't make a staircase because that's gonna let the pigs come in. The idea of doing this is that this is faster than the pigs can climb up the stairs, so you don't take damage. That's the point. You go up here, you do this. For Safe Boomer, you break this block, but you're not gonna do that. You break this. You break this. Do that, do this. Do that. But I'd highly suggest just learning Save Boomer. It's just better. I don't do Save Boomer, so I'm not the best person to help you with this, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways. Okay, well, okay. I'm just gonna explain the idea and then link a video, but the idea is that you break this block instead of this, so the pigs come up here instead. And when you're here, you place a block behind you, here preferably. Break gold block here, drop gold right there. Right there, I dropped my pickaxe accidentally, but you drop gold right here so that these tracking pigs are distracted by the gold. You break this too, you put this, and then you go up. Your pigs will come up here, you do this, you throw your gold. That's the point of Safe Boomer, and I'll send you a video if you want. But even if you're doing T-Vax, do it according to the book. Don't, because what are we doing? Like, it's fine if you're making up your own stuff that's not extremely optimal, but it's your stuff and you like to do it, that's fine. But this is not acceptable. It's just like we have 7 gold. We should have had 18 from this. We've lost like more than 50% of our gold already. It's not good. And most of that is on the ledge, where there's a good chance that we're not even gonna go back. 2 gold here shouldn't be necessary. I've already said that before. Cobblestone, whatever. Pause, huge pause here. F3T. Try going for the gold blocks up first, but it's fine. Whatever, nitpick. This is all fine. I'd suggest just carefully aiming properly because you don't want to be throwing time to that stuff. We got lucky not doing this rampart because there's lava, but I'd like to point out that this is not a cope for doing. Oh my god. This lava, it's fine. It's fine. If this was an open bastion, I would be in F5 looking around if I hadn't seen my fort already. Again, this hotbar's a mess too. Um, Cobblestone, soul sand, blackstone, iron nuggets, blackstone. I mean, your gold block should be going in your hotbar immediately so that you can immediately make gold out of it. Again, it's like minor things like that that add up to, your inventory sorting being really bad. So I'd suggest just, even if it takes you an extra second, just get used to it because it's gonna help you out in the future. I don't like this. So recap. You've thrown your gold, you've picked up miscellaneous trades. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Don't check the chest first. Throw this chest, this basalt, this blackstone, this fire chart, this soul sand, this basalt, cobblestone, leather, iron nugget, blackstone. Throw the stuff that you're not gonna get back from a trade. So you're gonna get this back, you're gonna get this back, you're gonna get this back as well, but I think even if you throw it, it's whatever. You're not gonna get this back, you're not gonna get this back, you're not gonna get this back, this back, this back. Throw the stuff out of your inventory before you go in to check your chest because now you're gonna take all of this in and your inventory is gonna be extremely messy. Just do it out of principle. Throw stuff out before you check a chest. And this is like perfect because you have pearl trades already, you have gravel trades already, so you could have gravel the pigs. Doing it is fine. If I were you in the situation, supposed I've done my thing, I've checked all my trades, I have pearl trade here. I'm going down, chucking a pearl, setting it to render, throwing stuff out here, then checking this chest, getting my backup, checking this chest, all of that nonsense. But this shouldn't be happening. The other thing that I said was you can get rid of your soul sand and your gravel. Reason being is that you're most likely gonna get over a stack of it anyways, so you can throw it out right now. Doesn't change anything. Just gives you extra inventory space that you can use for sorting all this stuff out. But look, just with that, our inventory is full. You have 2 free slots left. And now we're gonna pick up a gold block, which is gonna add another thing. We threw out leather, which we're gonna pick up again. And now our inventory is completely full because we took a new type of blackstone. The point stands. I hope you understand. And so you have, I see 3 pigs. 1, 2, 3. 3 pigs. you should be getting in excess of 11, which is why don't distract piglins on the ledge. You need the aggro. You need them to come up. This is like, how much gold do we have right now? Piglin admires item. It's still admiring. And you still have 5 gold. You should just be out by now because you've done fuck all. You've done everything else. Thrown 18 gold, which should take about 3 seconds of trading. We're pre-crafting, which is fine. You're using English, so you can do WO to get your wool and then OW to make your bed. Again, OW to make your bed. RE, that works fine too. It's less optimal than OW, but it's fine. It's fine. Checking a pearl, it's good. Not going all the way down, good. Our fire charge is in our top slot, it's good. But again, this should be done while you're purling, not like doing it sequentially. You pearl, you stop, do it, then you pearl. Don't do it like that. Okay, we're on the move again. Good. This betrays like extremely bad, but I just can't see. Um, I don't even have it open anymore, but I mean, I assume this is a blind pearl. I would send it more here where I see this terrain, but I don't know. It's okay to send blind pearls when there's no safe option at the same distance. So in this case, if there's like any safe terrain here, I'd be pearling to that instead of sending a blind pearl. But if there's no safe option, like it's just a lava, like Pacific Ocean made of lava, you're just pearling in without caring, right? This, I think it's just a blind pearl, not a fan, but it's okay. Everyone does it. Again, like, I don't understand why we're running through all of this. You still have one salmon. You have an anchor. You can death reset in the fortress. Although ideally, you enter fort, you get 2 rods, you early blind, you death reset, and you get your bed back. Um, yeah, you should just be chucking pearls here. I mean, I understand that it's like forest biome. Um, is this warp? This is crimson. But this, I just be chucking a pearl here at any good spot. You're taking like miscellaneous fall damage, right? You could just be throwing a pearl, covering a lot more distance while taking the same damage. So yeah, all this running was not of any use. Didn't lower render. If you're not doing it consciously because it's crimson, it's fine, but you should just still be doing it in hopes of getting at least 1 or 2 strays. We eat it at time, that's fine. You could have eaten it earlier too, but it's okay. We're doing the good blaze bed, so that's nice. Going 2 out on the back. Good, good. Your immediate priority should be to punch fires first because, so, okay. We're doing everything right here. I'm not gonna take that away from you. But look what happens. You get a 1 spawn. And the reason you're getting a 1 spawn is because there's so much fire around you. The reason I'd say to immediately send a blaze bed is so that your second wave of blazes, you're gonna get 3, 4 spawns instead of 1 or 2. So if you don't get rid of the fire, all this fire inhibits spawn. So you got 1 spawner when your spawner, or 1 spawn when your spawner was fully charged. So first order of business is to punch out fire, punch out or then break miscellaneous blocks that are in the spawning radius, then build out. But yeah, unlucky. I mean, it's not really unlucky. There's like lots of fire we just didn't get rid of. So we got 1 spawn. blocking this off, I mean, it's safe, but nothing's entering from here, nothing's entering from the backside. There's no strays at all, really. So I'd argue that you should just be killing your blazes. If you had done that, you'd have more time to be prepared for this blaze cycle. So yeah, yeah. But this spawner is rapid. Holy, this is like insane. This heat is pretty good, apart from the enter. Like easily. I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, it's pretty fast. We're doing okay. This is fine. We're dealing with it fine. We're taking a bunch of melee damage, which I don't like, but it's okay. Happens to everyone. Getting the seventh rod, can't get it. Immediately send blind. Immediately send blind. Yes. Again, your hotbar should just have obsidian. When you're leaving your bastion, you should just have obsidian in your hotbar. Or at least while you're waiting for the blazes. Granted, the blaze cycles were really fast on the seed, but still, you should just be putting your obsidian, putting your boat in your hotbar. Um, Again, we're doing this portal that I'm pretty sure I told you not to do. Um, um, Up close. It's not the, well, I guess it doesn't matter. In your case, you should just be doing this. Okay, how do I show this? So let's assume that this is not a bad place. This is a bad place. I mean, can I have one open spawner? Port opening, please. Whatever. I'm gonna assume that your spawn is like right here. Axe, shovel, soul sand. For I'm literally making it exactly how it is in my hotbar, just for your benefit. Boat. So I use good sense, so I do this at any time when I'm fighting my blazes, and then I slot my blaze rods here instead. But for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna have that over there. What else do I have? I'm just gonna assume that the other two slots are miscellaneous. When you're doing it against this, do this. Do that. If you're against this, do that. What else can I showcase? What other types of portals you make? It's mainly these three kinds. You want to do this. You want to do this. I can show this again. The point is to that. It's like simple things that you can just practice. Like I just practice this in my. I have a stupid world where all I do is just practice these when I'm bored. The idea is that if you practice it, you make it linear. You can just send it without thinking much. The less you have to think, the more you have time to think about other things like the overworld, what time it is, like how much time you need to save, what you need to do. Again, your boat should be in your hotbar. It's completely fine. Like, that's fine. Why are we going to sixth render? Can I show you how I measure? I'm pretty sure I've shown you how I measure, but if you, I can send you a clip later, but this is fine, I guess. You're taking a bunch of read time, but it's okay. I recognize that this isn't sub 13, but again, everything that I say, I'm just setting you up for better habits later. These 2x2 crafts should be done in your inventory, not in the crafting table, so that you have it right here, or alternatively, you can type WO to get wool up, and then OW to get glowstone up. See, if I were you here, there's a skeleton, you're at 4 hearts. One shot from this, you're 2.5. I would have taken that one shot, killed it, then reset. Another thing that I will say is that death reset acts as the same thing as resetting your bow toggle. So you can just death reset, go up, measure, go back, instead of measuring, going down, making your bed, sleeping in it, then getting out, respawn, then kill the skeleton, then go up. We're going diagonally, that's good. Another thing that I guess I can say, let me do that. So our hotbar shouldn't be messed up. It should be the exact same, and it is the exact same. Nothing's changed. Well, okay, you have soul sand, dirt, nether bricks. How has that happened? What? You don't even have empty slots. 3, dirt. You have. Did you. Did stuff go out? No. Wait, what? Oh, your pearls. You use both your pearls. The thing is that your hotbar should be the same. It should be filled all the way through. And if it's filled all the way through, nothing gets displaced. You have 2 pearls and you use both of them to death reset. So all your items shifted one to the right. And it messed your entire thing up, I'm guessing. We're not charging up our axe. Just don't do that. Oh my god. Do not get Filzad. Okay, we're good. You can turn FOV effects down. Also, your render is still at 6. Please turn your render up and your FOV up when you're going to your blind chords. I'm pretty sure we're at 90 FOV. I don't know what our FOV has been throughout the game, but you should be getting used to just having Quake Pro the entire time, so you don't have to mess with your FOV at any point apart from the blind itself. We should be purling here, like even if it's well, okay. All of this, so we purled once, right? This was bad pearl, but whatever. We purled this. Send a pearl, send a pearl. 1068, so you have 134, 162. Not very far. One full pearl is 65 blocks. One soul sand pearl, soul speed pearl is 75 to 80 blocks. Use that knowledge to send a 40 block pearl and you're at chords. Or I guess 60 block pearl. So just one full pearl would do the trick. Instead, we're running to chords. No reason. You have enough health anyways. You're gonna death reset in portal room anyways. Like, this is so much running. We could have just thrown one pearl and we'd be at chords. Also, no gold picks, but we just absolutely did not use gold picks properly. So, oh sorry, gold properly in the bastion. So this just had to happen. We didn't pre-craft beds and anchors, and on blind. Huge misplay again, but okay, it's fine. You can craft it in the portal room. That's not the throw here. Use F3F. for this stuff. I'm pretty sure. So I know you said you're working on your hotbar, but clearly you're not used to it actually the way it is. MPK is huge, and once you get in a flow of doing things and putting them in your hotbar at the right time, you can trust yourself to know, okay, my obsidian is in my third slot. What every runner does what every runner does is that they practice their splits so much that they know that they have those specific items in those hotbar slots. I don't have to think ever when I'm in my first blind where my obsidian is because it's always in the fifth slot. My soul sand is always in my ninth slot. Again, you worked on this, I know you did, which is fine. I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm saying that you need to practice with this hotbar so that when you're in an actual run, you can trust yourself to know my obsidian is in my third slot. Again, we don't trust ourselves for a fire charge. Like, you just need to practice. And so, okay, your pie should be overlapped while you're purling to the chords. So you should have your mapless pie as you're purling to the chords, and then you should be shift F3Fing in the portal frame or as you're getting to your chords. Now, the reason being is that we're at 1347, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Now we've gone in. Check the mob cap. 70 mobs. Your preemptive is already cooked. The reason that the reason that all top runners you'll see usually this isn't set, so it's just a crude example, but I came in, immediately pause. It's set, and then immediately if I send it, I know where's my good spike. I'm getting chunker, but let's just assume that this is a good spike. I immediately know, whereas if I let the mob set in, now it's at 73. I'm getting miscellaneous spikes here. I'm getting miscellaneous spikes here. And obviously that doesn't, like, you don't get extreme spikes, but the deeper you go into the strongholds, the more random spikes you're gonna get anyways. And the less that you can, the point is that you want the cleanest spike that you can have, and that means immediately sending preemptive. Your mob cap's already at 70, it's like filled, which means your preemptive is gonna be cooked. But anyways, it's over here. You have more than 50 on your orange. Yeah, it's just like here. Pause, 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 pause. What are we doing? You see that the spike is here. Why are we just not going here? What are we doing? What? Why? 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 It's closed off here. It's not even open here. If it's open here, you can say, oh, well, this is going to be closed and just go here. It's closed off here, so this is open. What are we doing? Well, we got lucky because it literally routed back to the same, but don't do that. Be happy with digging into the wall. We didn't pre-craft. You don't need to jump. You can um you can do that. How did our inventory get messed up again? Or hotbar? Oh, you didn't. You have an empty slot, which means all of this stuff is gonna get displaced one slot to the right. Again, simple things. You can just make sure to fill that slot up, even with garbage, and you won't have that issue. I'm guessing, so if I were you, I hadn't noticed that I had pre-crafted. I hadn't pre-crafted anything. I would do this, place a crafting table down here, throw all the stuff into the fire. Again, this inventory, I'm pretty sure you understand, but this is just not it. Like, you shouldn't have leather and iron nuggets and bones and this and miscellaneous sticks and blackstone. 26 1 random dirt. I'd argue even the netherrack. Just, yeah, this is just not it. And again, I'd suggest practicing with MPK. It's really useful. More so just so you can get used to setting your hotbar up for every split. You know, you can start a bastion entry split and then consciously change your hotbar so that when you're in an actual run, it's second nature to you. Practice is extremely important. I'm guessing we realize now that we don't have anything pre-crafted. Again, you have 1, 2, 3 slots free. This should be done in the book again. And again, you picked up the nether ingots because you dropped them right here, so they just came back into your inventory. Use a full block if you're not comfortable with double placing. What most people do is they just do that, but if you're not comfortable with it, which is fine, make sure your inventory has a full block like gravel or something. It's back as 76, extremely free zero, but we're not learning zero, so whatever. Why are we placing an anchor there? Don't do that. You're gonna accidentally blow it up and throw your entire thing. But I'm guessing we didn't do that. Insta perch, extremely lucky. Just fine. Like, I'm not gonna recap because it's like really long, but what was the end enter? We just literally pulled a 1 in 8, which is extremely lucky. Or 1 in 13. 1450 and then 1550. Extremely fast perch. If wow, that's extremely fast. Holy. Yeah, I just lots of mistakes. Just work on this.